Good morning, students. I welcome you to our lecture on Unit 2 of English 3. In this particular Now, as you can see it on the screen, there are 7 C's of effective communication which are applicable to both written as well as oral communication, right? That is, not only in a working place we communicate through written form, like writing reports, writing proposals, writing different kinds of letters, even we do it through oral medium, right? So keeping both the mediums in mind, there are 7 important elements which we need to keep in mind. First is completeness, second is conciseness, third is consideration, fourth is clarity, fifth is concreteness, sixth is courtesy, and seventh is correctness. So all these 7 elements we have to keep in mind while communicating with others. Now let us take each of them individually. When we talk about completeness, completeness primarily means that is all the factors that are required to be conveyed, all the important information which we intend conveying should be conveyed clearly. The sender of the message must take into consideration that the receiver's mindset should be always there at the back of our mind, and we should be able to convey the message accordingly. A complete communication can only be considered or maybe, said to be complete if it develops and enhances the reputation of the organization. Because see, this you are all aware of, that the letters or any form of correspondence which goes to another company primarily establishes the image of the organization. So therefore, it is very important that whatever goes from our organization should be able to achieve these respective points. What are they? First is enhance our reputation in the business world. Then it is cost saving also, as no crucial information is missing, then automatically there won't be any time lost, because if we are not complete in our correspondence, then again and again we'll have to go back to them, to our other party, and keep on communicating or writing letters again and again. That will lead to the wastage of time, money also. All right, so it is very necessary that it should be cost effective also, and the clarity will lead to all these benefits. Then it provides also additional information wherever required. It leaves no questions in the mind of the receiver. If the message is complete, then everything is clear. Like suppose when we receive a brochure from another company related to the various products they manufacture and all the various technical details, the market, the shops from where it can be bought and all. Although we don't need so much information, but they provide us with more information, which is not excessive information, but which is complete information related to the products that they manufacture and from where can we buy it. So completeness also provides us with good amount of information. Then it also message also helps in making the decisions faster. Okay, so that there isn't any doubt in the mind of the person who has to make a decision, and everything gets clear. And finally, when there is completeness, then automatically the reader or the audience will act immediately and will say, yes, this is the company or this is the particular product which we should buy. All right. So we have to be very, very careful about what document we are sending and is it complete in all respective ways. Then we have conciseness. Conciseness basically means wordiness, that the communication should be done in not too many words, because more words you use, more complex it gets. So we have to be very clear and try to sum up the important information in minimum number of words which forms the document absolutely intact and compact. All right. If the information is given and it is very effectively placed and a document is prepared which is not very lengthy, then this will definitely facilitate in saving time. Then it will also highlight the important information which is needed. Unnecessary information will be deleted. Then it is also, appealing to the reader and easy for the reader to understand and comprehend a message which is shorter a document rather than a very lengthy one. And such documents definitely are very, what do you call it, is error proof, and then they will not have any repetitive information in it. So which may cause any kind of monotony or boredom. All right. Then next we have consideration. See, consideration is until unless you do not consider and take into account the benefits or wellness of the other party, you cannot succeed. And especially here where it is a cutthroat competition, you have to be very careful that your customer or the dealer with whom you are dealing is of paramount importance. All right. So therefore, consideration is one such factor which we have to keep in mind while preparing a document which says that you literally step into the other person's shoes. It is not he, but it is you itself. And when we are talking about ourselves, definitely it is, we want the same kind of response and respect from the other as we give to the others, right? So therefore, a consideration is basically based on this concept, that is, an attempt should be made where all the problems and situations are of the other person is kept into mind, and he should be made to feel important. All right. It is not that he is insignificant. No, he is very important. So we have to see that the other party is given full respect and regard. Then only we'll be able to achieve this. That's why it says that when we are writing a correspondence, doing any correspondence, keeping in mind consideration, then your approach has to be kept in mind. We have to say and keep in mind that you are more important. We are looking for your benefits rather than it is me or I. All right. And we are not going to highlight anything negative, but always something which is positive. All right. And therefore you have to be very courteous, warm, considerate towards the other party. All right. Then comes the next point is clarity. Clarity means emphasizing on a specific message or a goal at a time rather than trying to achieve too much at once. Okay, so clarity in communication should have understanding. That is, when you read the message, there shouldn't be any sort of confusion in the mind. Then complete clarity of the thoughts and ideas which you are trying to highlight. He should be able to, the other party should be able to understand that. And then it should obviously, if there is clarity of message, the mind will be absolutely clear. That is, the action which is expected from the other person will be which can be easily achieved. And what is the medium of this? They are the correct words, the right expressions, and then the information that needs to be given should be very clearly defined. Then there is concreteness. Concreteness means what? Specific, identified, not fuzzy or general. There is some sort of a objective in mind of doing this correspondence, which should be very clearly defined in your correspondence. Okay, this strengthens further, confidence in the other party in you. So if we are able to create a concrete message, then definitely that can only be achieved through specific facts and figures, then using words which are not repetitive but very clear, and then it should not lead, it will not rather, if your letter is or your correspondence is very concretely structured, then there won't be any kind of misinterpretation. All right. So this can only be achieved through this particular feature if we keep this in mind. Then we have courtesy. Courtesy means regard, respect. Even if you are infuriated with the other party, but you cannot express any sort of disrespect to the other person. Because after all, in business, each individual plays an important role. Whether he is an employee, whether he is a worker, whether he is a boss. So you have to see that you have to be courteous to them. And how do we show courtesy? By using positive language, by we can also say by being respectful through the language that you use, then without showing any sort of bias or prejudice. All right, so courtesy also plays a very significant role, and rather it is one of the very important points which we need to keep in mind while corresponding with others. Then last, which is very important, is correctness. See, whatever information you are furnishing in the form of written or oral medium, it has to be correct. You cannot manipulate, you cannot create it yourself. You have to give them a clear cut and very authentic information, right? If you manipulate or try to change it, then what will happen? You will be penalized for it. You will be, made responsible for conducting some sort of a fraud or forgery, which is not good for you or for your organization. So therefore, you have to see correctness in facts, and the other is the language also has to be error-free. There shouldn't be mistakes in your spellings, grammatical structures, because although this is a technical document, but still correctness is expected. That means that also shows that how serious you are about your correspondence with them, how important you feel or think they are to you. That can only happen if you have this approach of seeing that everything is in place. There isn't any kind of mistake in your message or in your language. Then only we'll be able to achieve our goal, that is to impress or convey our message to the other person in the right manner. All right. So therefore, I would say that if we keep in mind all these points, that is all these 7 C's, our business relations with the other person, our professional relationships, our personal relationships also will be definitely positive and will yield positive results rather than it may cause any kind of problem. All right. So I think the 7 C's are pretty clear to you, and kindly keep these points in mind before writing any business document, because the language, the content, the style has a direct impact on your customer or the person with whom you are dealing. All right. So thank you. Thanks a lot. I hope it is clear.